County have received a warm welcome from citizens of my country for their start from their expression. You can realize there's something in the faces of them that they are excited to receive Superintendent O.J.
No, the media.
And I'm so nice to be nice, feeling love, get in the vase and get in the feelings. Once again, we need to come out our DJ Valentine Station. We said good afternoon to my new boy, DJ Mix. Representing not again from there. And show me out there on 12 o'clock. Bring you the program that the weekend ambassador.
Yes.
Telling you guys, so keep it on to the stations wherever you are listening to the broadcast, giving you the best of information and sharing into and I'm telling you, join us at 12 o'clock. Keep listening to Cool 91.9. Love you, but Jesus love you the best. Bye from
the Superintendent of Marquis County.
The excitement in the faces of my giving right now. O.J. parade the principal street of my giving county. It's been celebrated by several my giving across the county. They have commemorated a noted to be a former motorcyclist. People are celebrating. Yes, Senator, come on. The superintendent designated a dress up in a blue purple suit with a blue cap, and he's been celebrated through the principal school of Miami County. He's been celebrated through the principal school of Miami County. It's a sense of excitement through the principal school of Miami County, where Miamians, Cacatorians are conglomerated in the principal street of Miami County, celebrating the appointment by President Joseph Yima Kwakai of O.J. Morris as superintendent of Miami County. You can see the love, you can see the excitement in the faces of Miamians. Both the cyclists, marketeers, the youth of Miami County are all here celebrating the appointment of Paul Favor O.J. Morris. They are all excited. They are all excited.
J Nathaniel B take over your place. Then who are you? We will take our own time to have because we don't want people to harm you. So in solving this problem, you have to take your time to solve it. Because when we solve problem that will be a harm to people, that means we have not solved no problem. So we must solve it in a way that it will not be a harm to you people. So all of us can be together. So I will join him. We will see what to do. Because they think that that's the law. Cannabis are there too. We've been hearing it. But on the kind of thing that we are not supposed to stay home. To tell the president, say the other action will not take it. We will not do the other one. But my brother, when you're not John President, you will not steal. Because President are wrong. So most of our president Johnny President. So how for us to president? Because in the house, we talk all the things they want to talk. The reason why I can cancel and talk is because we let people know that I talk. So when Joshi always say no, you get tough for all. They see the difference. I don't want to talk, we're not going to do it. For we have to take it in a way that it will affect. Yeah. So if everybody representative, all up put together, we join them. You know what happened? When Joseph Baga bring them people will not pass it. We say go and solve that problem before pass the paper. Very good. But some of the people you have brought, they have become an embarrassment to you.
Yes.
Yes. Because they don't want to tell president, say, oh, forget about the poor man. When the time we will go talk to them. And like put to ourselves our own problem.
Yes.
He's not enforcing the law, then where the problem can come from. Because you say this in your own country, then Burkina B take over your place. Then who are you? But we will take our own time to have it resolved. Because we don't want people to harm you people. So in solving those kind of problem, you have to take your time to solve it. Because when we solve problem that will be a harm to you, I mean we have not solved no problem. So we must solve it in a way that it will not be a harm to you people. So all of us can be together. So I will join him. We will see what to do. Because they think that not only your problem. Even in Maryland, the Burkinabes are there too. Right?
Yes.
We've been hearing it. Well, the kind of thing that we lawmakers are supposed to stay on. To tell the president, say the other action, when you not take it, we will not do the other one. Exactly. But my brother, when you not join president, you will not steal. Because president are rule. So most of our people joining president. So it's hard for us to talk for you.
Yes.
Because in the house, majority take the day.
Yes.
We talk all the things they want to talk. The reason why I can cancel and talk it is because I want the Liberian people to know that I talk.
Yes.
So tomorrow when you're Joshua, I say no, we can't put you get it because you get tough for all. Yeah. And you see the difference?
Yeah.
I know when I want to, we'll not go nowhere. But when the time for you to investigate, you will say, we'll put you there. Why you get what talking, you didn't talk?
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is all around. Yeah. Then the people go back to Burkina. But we have to take it in a way that it will not affect you. Yeah? So if the Rewaji representative, the Maryland County representative, the Grand Chile representative, all up put together, we join them. You know what happened? When Joseph Baga bring them paper, will not pass it. We say go and solve that problem before pass the paper. Yeah. Very good. But some of the people you have brought, they have become an embarrassment to you.
Yes.
Yes. Because they don't want to tell president, say, oh, forget about the poor man. When the time we will go talk to them. And like put to ourselves our own problem.
Yes.
You don't know where we're taking the stolen money from, but when you come give it to you, then you have vote for us. Then how will solve the problem now? 2029, we will tell your lawmaker and are causing problem for your in the country. We'll tell you who are those people. Okay. And we'll tell them, say, when they bring the money, eat it like your money. Yes. The money will steal in like your own, bring it to you. Yeah. Eat it. Now vote against them.
July 17, enough is enough. Citizens Natl has started their campaign on July 17.
On the 17th of July.
tell the government to do what they promised to do for the Nigerian people. Marketing, motorcycle, a tricycle.
That's why it's necessary for you to come out with July 17. Let's put a passenger here.
Stands official response to Gregory Coleman's lies, deception, and threats of violence against peaceful protesters. We the people warn, police threats won't derail peaceful protest. Calls Gregory Coleman's statements reckless, misleading, and unconstitutional. Liberia's foremost civil society movement, Stand, or Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, categorically condemns the dangerous and misleading statements made by Inspector General Gregory Coleman. His unfounded warnings, issued under the pretense of security, represent a thin-veiled attempt to disrupt the constitutionally allowed or protected Enough is Enough protest scheduled to be held on July 17, 2025. By falsely claiming that protest organizers did not inform the Minister of Justice and insinuating that participants may be armed, Inspector General Coleman has resorted to dangerous misinformation campaign. These fabrications are clearly designed to incite fear, to delegitimize a peaceful protest, and justify potential violent crackdown against peaceful civilians. In the face of Gregory Coleman's deceitful fabrications, it is astonishing that the Inspector General will pretend ignorance of the fact that on July 4th, 2025, we formally served notice to the Minister of Justice, fully in compliance with Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution. This notification was also circulated widely to national media outlets to guarantee full transparency in our commitment to at all times respect the rule of law. Coleman's claim to the contrary is a brazen lie, an obvious and desperate attempt to discredit and undermine a legitimate and lawful civil resistance. These debunked falsehoods expose that Inspector General Coleman no longer serves the interests of the Liberian people. Instead, he has chosen to act as a political hitman with dangerous false narratives and threatening violence against peaceful, law-abiding citizens. This conduct is utterly unacceptable and demands unequivocal condemnation. Coleman's weapons at protest claims: no proof, no justification, just plain state-sponsored propaganda and scare tactics. Inspector General Coleman's wild suggestion that protesters may be packing illegal weapons isn't just baseless and laughable, it's downright defamatory. Stand and its allies have zero history of violence, and no credible security source backs up this Gregory Coleman's nonsense. These fear-driven and reprehensible remarks bear all the hallmarks of state propaganda, a calculated attempt to manufacture a pretext for deploying force against peaceful citizens. Stand views this with grave concern. It raises the alarming possibility of a deliberate setup in which regime operatives or higher agents will infiltrate the protests, plant weapons, and engineer chaos to justify a violent and unlawful police response. To our international partners and democratic allies, we raise this alert with utmost seriousness. The truth of violence against peaceful protesters is neither imagined nor exaggerated. It is credible, deliberate, and appears to be orchestrated by elements within the state, known as demonstrated by Mr. Coleman's assertions led by the police. A stern warning to the Liberian National Police and the Inspector General, Gregory Coleman. If any government official, security operative, or political agent attempts to infiltrate the protests, plant evidence, or manufacture a scenario to justify state-sponsored violence, STAND and its nationwide network of citizens reserve the constitutional right to initiate a lawful citizen's arrest. This includes any individual, regardless of rank or title, who engages in criminal acts against peaceful protesters. Not even Police Inspector General Gregory Como will be spared if he crosses the line. Power resides with the people, or power is inherent in the people, and the people will act decisively and lawfully to defend their rights, their dignity, and their democracy. For the people of Liberia and the world, we will not retreat. We will not surrender. STAND reiterates that the July 17th protest is peaceful, lawful, and irreversible. It is a national outcry against corruption, impunity, and the relentless violations of constitutional order by President Joseph Yima Boakai himself. The Liberian National Police is not a private militia, and any attempt to act as such will be challenged and exposed. STAND remains peaceful at all times, but undaunted and unyielding in its mission. We refuse to be intimidated by threats from public officials who have abandoned their duty to serve and protect. Let it be known, we will defend our rights with courage and resolve. We will assemble peacefully on July 17, and we will sustainably protest until this nation returns to the rule of law, protect fundamental rights, and ensure justice is for all. Let those who think negotiation is possible be cautioned. We will never negotiate away our constitutional rights, nor bow to repression or oligarchy. We will not stoop or stop our march. We will not stop our march forward as long as you will not stop breaking laws. We'll continue to mount the resistance. We'll continue to stand up tall and resist oppression and resist the abuses being orchestrated against ordinary Liberian citizens. We protest because we must, to save our democracy, to save our dignity and our future. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Once again, we are here as law enforcement body to continually express our commitments to the protection of lives and property in this country and the dignity of the person. As we draw closer to the July 17 protest date, today makes it 10 days from that date. We have asked planners to engage with the Ministry of Justice to get a permit and inform law enforcement as to routes they intend to take so that we can provide the adequate protection. Up to today, we haven't seen any such engagement. However, we want to reaffirm our commitment to the democratic process that will provide the adequate protection necessary and will do whatever we can to ease the burden of those who will not be a part of the protest and will have to get to town. So as soon as we understand how and where they intend to gather, we'll continue to communicate with the public. We're asking everybody to keep tuned to our social media pages, to other radios and stuff, and we will be able to communicate adequately. But I would like to encourage each and everyone to go about their normal basis. Protest in this country has become a routine issue. So it's not something that will say, oh, we're going to ask you to stay home and stuff like that. School remains open. Children can move back and forth and go to school freely. And people can go to work and everyone can continue their normal business. Like I said, there could be some disruption in the traffic, but we try to minimize the inconveniences through whatever means possible. To the planners, we are your police. Those who intend to exercise those rights. Constitutionally, it is your right under the by virtue of the Constitution, and it is my hope that those rights remain within the confines of the law. We will be there to protect, we'll be there to guide, and we'll be there to maintain law and order. In the event where it goes violent, we will restore order immediately within the confines of the law. I want to admonish the general public that the Liberia National Police is the guardian, not a warrior, and we will do everything within our power to protect the Liberian people. Those who are planning the protest, it is my hope that you have spoken to those who are going to be involved and ask them to remain peaceful and do not vandalize people's property, because anything that goes wrong, you, the planners, will be held responsible. I just hope you understand the responsibility that comes along with it, and make sure that you're able to guide the process properly. Last but not the least, there will always be people who have got nefarious intent, even in the best of plannings, where it goes violent. We will restore order immediately within the confines of the law. I want to admonish the general public that the Liberia National Police is the guardian, not a warrior, and we will do everything with those who are planning the protest. It is my hope that you have spoken to those who are going to be involved and ask them to remain peaceful and do its intent, even in the best of plannings. So to those of you who have got your illegal weapons at home and planning to bring it to the protest, please leave it alone. Please. Don't bring it. Thank you.
Today is a midweek edition of the People's Program. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of you. Whether you're there in the United States, whether you're there into China, into Beijing, Taipei, if you're there into Guangzhou, if you're there into Russia, or there into Africa, Senegal, Mauritania, Togo, Benin, Algiers. If they're into Algiers, the city of Algeria. If they're into Nigeria, into Ghana, we say good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to all of you on our platform. If someone in Liberia, into Sano County, Maryland, Riverside. If you're also into Grangina County, River G, into Nimba, or Bon County, Lofa. If they're into Bahapulu, Bombing, or Grand Kibel County, Grand Bassa, Maigibi, Monrovia, Maserado. If you're somewhere there following us online or by way of radio, we say a pleasant welcome. From the team here into the Studio Complex Tower of the PSO City, we say we're exquisite delight. Good afternoon today. Don't forget, the geometry of their whole must be kept high on their agenda, because it involves the majority, and those that come with equity must come with clean hands. As usual today, I am your humble servant. I am J Nathaniel B Senior. Just call me the ambassador. I'm the ambassador against illicit substance in this country. I'm here today with T. Nicholas Barkley from the production team, making sure we have a spectacular edition of the People's Program. Be with us until 1:30 on today. The heat comes your way Monday to Friday, 12 to 1:30. Liberia most recent corruption perceptions index, the CPR score, as reported by the Transparency International in 2024, is about 27 out of 100, where 0 is highly corrupt and 100 is very clean. This score places Liberia 135 out of the 180 countries ranked. The Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, reported that this score represents a 2-point increase compared to the 25 score from 2023, marking the first time in 7 years that Liberia has improved its score. Key points regarding the Liberia CPR score: 27 out of 100, ranked 135 out of 180 countries, changed a 2 points increase compared to 2023 score. Regional comparison, the average score of the sub-Saharan Africa is 33, and the global comparison, The global average score is 43. And the beacon of hope in Liberia corruption fight, Liberia makes slow but steady gains into corruption index, according to the report. Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission wishes to inform the public that according to the Transparency International Corruption Perception Index, the CPR, for the first time in 7 years, Liberia has made 2 points up the CPR ladder from a score of 25 in 2023 to 27 in 2024. This development reflects the ongoing national efforts to promote transparency, accountability, and good governance. While this progress is encouraging, we encourage that more work remains in the fight against corruption. We reaffirm our commitment to strengthening international frameworks, enforcing anti-corruption laws, and fostering public trust into the governance structure. We urge all stakeholders, including the Liberian government agencies, civil society, and private sector and citizens, to continue working together to ensure a more transparent and accountable Liberia. Together we can build a corruption-free society where integrity and justice prevail. A message from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission on the Perception Index 2024, where Liberia ranked 27 out of 100, but still acknowledge their slow pace in fighting corruption. But Liberia still on a steady gains into the corruption index. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Today is the 9th of the 7th month of the year, and we hope to welcome you with exclusive delight to our edition of our People's Program. Today's in history is a regular feature on our programs. We remember through history that has happened, whether decade, century, millennium, for your listening pleasure. Today, in 1995, the American rock band, the Grateful Dead, performed their last concert at the Soldier Field in Chicago. Lead guitarist and the vocalist Jerry Garcia died the following month. Today, 1960, on the 9th of July, the Treasurer, the first of a class of U.S. nuclear-powered attack submarines, was launched. It sank in 1963 in the worst submarine accident in history. Today, the American actor Tom Hanks, who was perhaps best known for his careful everyman persona, was born today. And today, 2001, the British TV series The Office, created and written by Rocky Gavitz and Stephen Merchant, debuted and became a huge hit, spiraling a popular American version and making the Gavitz a star in history on the 9th of July in 2001. Fearing that there would not be enough eligible players to continue a major baseball league, a Major League Baseball, Commissioner Buck Silak stopped the annual All-Star game in the 11th inning with the score tied at 7-7 in 2002 on today. In 2011, South Sudan declared its independence after a referendum to secede from Sudan passed overwhelmingly today. In 2019, the American businessman and politician Ross Perot, who ran for the United States president as an independent in 1992, receiving most 19% of the popular vote, died today in 2019 on the 9th of July at the age of 89. Catherine the Great assumed power. Catherine the Great overthrew Peter III on this day in 1762 and began her reign as Empress of Russia, leading her country into full participation into the political and cultural life of Europe and extending Russia territory. On today, O.J. Simpson, American football player, born on the 9th of July 1947 in San Francisco, California, died today, on the 10th of April in 2024 at the age of 76 in Las Vegas in Nevada. On today, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome to all of our folks watching us live, following us on www.thecoolline.com, watching us that is Cool Channel 2, watching us live on 91, listen to our 91.9, we'll say good afternoon. And today, Mr. Welcome to all our folks watching us on our live. Please share the video and invite others. Like you listened earlier on, it's a tit for tat currently with the issue of the protest, the player protest on the 17th. The Liberia National Police head, Inspector General Gregory O.W. Coleman, has released a statement in regards to the protest and encouraging them to seek clearance or information from the Ministry of Justice, and asking those who have personal arms, who are not registered arms, who are in possession of arms, or who be doers, they should know that the police is prepared. And about this morning, on the 9th of July 2025, on today, the police paraded in the principal street of Painesville City across the Topman Boulevard, showcasing brand new vehicles that they have received, that they are prepared, they are up to the task, and they will continue everything up on. But then, on the other hand, the lead campaigner chairman of STAND has come in serious contradiction, refuting a lot of the claims made by the Inspector General. A lot of issues, we talk about that on today. And there are some more. Like I said to you last time, reason why ArcelorMittal should not be in Liberia. And some of you getting angry with this statement. You know, when the lawmaker in the United States on the Royal Island made a statement that before we do any other business with ArcelorMittal, let us review. Did you know that our lawmakers are now starting to review the agreement, and they have gotten some stunning revelations? Imagine ArcelorMittal should have given Liberia 30%, but they gave it 50%. Now they're asking who did this amendment? Who told ArcelorMittal? All of the things that ArcelorMittal has said they do in this country, they have asked for a document or records. Imagine the first time they disrespected the house. They never turned out. They went to the house on yesterday, and the committee agreed, they accepted their apology, and said let's move ahead. But just to know that there are some stunning revelations coming up. You know, corruption has taken the head of this country. No joke about it. No joke about it. Corruption is a person. First, public enemy number one, vampire. But corruption now is a human being. The only thing we're waiting for now is to determine the name of that person with that corruption. That's all. On a very serious note. Let me say welcome to Emmanuel Cooper, just joined me live. Emmanuel Cooper from the former city Johnsonville. Thank you, Emmanuel. Patrick Kennedy watching you. And so watching you live on Soaking Lake Police Station. Yeah, you know, and there's one of the young men. Let me just take the time on him. Imagine making the police station a relevant area. Yeah, that today the folks there can watch the program, the heat live in the Soaking Lake area at the police station. Patrick, you are a young man, and let me encourage you to stand your precedent. Don't give up. This is a country. Work as much as possible you are. You are already recognized as one of the best police officers and the commander in your UFO stage. As a matter of fact, you're doing a lot. We want to encourage you to do more. Don't follow corruption. Corruption is not working you. Let me say thank you. Emmanuel Cooper said I'm watching. And Emmanuel Cooper is watching. He said I'm Elijah Cooper watching you from the former St. Johnsonville. Patrick Kennedy is joining for Soaking the. He said Soul City. Wow. You know, the lawmaker has placed a law already that may be a township anyway. And this is Lavito Benjamin Kruma Pewala Jr. He said, I'm watching from Yanza, my Yanza resident in Rwanda. Thank you, Pewala. And Patrick Kennedy, Parisa Football Academy, yes, you just drew this gun. Sunday, is it Sunday? Yes. You drew 2-2. Thank you for your work. Okay, thank you for your work. And he said, thanks for today's edition. Thank you, Parisa. You're doing well, and I think the elephant need to recognize your sport academy and do something for you people. Jerry Liverpool Conway said, I'm watching from my corner in the, is it where? Let me see, you're watching live, let me see. Conway, I want to know where you're watching from. He said from Tori, District 1, yeah, Region District 1, thank you, Tori. Mohammed Traorali is an ambassador, I'm watching from Japan Freeway, thank you. And Siliki Kamara, VOA, thank you, Siliki. He said, Congo is saying the wrong messenger. Oh, wow, yeah. Emmanuel Kelema, regular view on our program. I don't know where is Kolu team all by. It's Kolu, yeah, long time Kolu, we're not seeing you watching. Mary Bidel, Mark Bidel, Flomo, Jacob Town, Marita Tiguia, this is the community. Elijah T. Johnson is joining us today, Sophie community. And J. Michelle Egi Ominga and L. Cheston Silly, he's also watching Pinsville City to Good Road. So thanks to the update. Justin Gay Barcelona Kura is watching on LBS. And Marcus Bofa in Sekogo Town, Edwin Bia, Duazo Majibi County, Elijah Emmanuel Blackie to be precise, Dupont Road. Thanks for providing us information every day. And Harris SK Giama, I hope so. In the Funjaman City local campus watching us, say, I and the family and Emmanuel T. Flomo watching you. Thank you. And Rwanda into the Yanzi district Rwanda. People is watching. Thank you. Hilton Wilejedo. He said, I'm watching live from Greenville City, Sano County. Wow! Hilton Wilejedo. Jonathan and Badio, it's the EOWA. Let me say thanks to Mohammed Bar is watching. He said from Sophie community. Muyan Sheriff Sinka Matali, thank you. And Justin Cries, LBS, thank you. Prince Kamanto is watching Rehab community. Asik Deuteronomy, he said Owens Grove, Grand Bassa County, thank you. Peter Vapula, Grand Bassa County, thank you. Emmons Omega Johnson is the FDA. Emmanuel Silonte, Emmanuel K. Silontes, Chikisu Factory, Kroma Moyala, Dupont Road, Emmanuel Kilima, Port Tides, Dupont Road, thank you. And Koine Molu, who said Famito Hotel, and Matu Williams, Matu said, well commendable, thank you. And Cyrus Jackson, yes, Cyrus watching from Dubai. Cyrus, yeah, you know, you want a young man. I found this program, stay in Dubai, still watching. Thank you, Cyrus. Jojo Howard is watching. Thank you. He said, Uncle Nat, I'm always following you from Dubai Road. Thanks for the update. Thank you too. Sekou Mafata Jabate, Jika Town, usually. Honorable Joel Clark, Winnie Rock Valley. Thank you. Let me say thanks to all of our folks, man. It's so much amazing. Please share the video and invite others. I'm going to tell you today some of the reasons why I still love you, should not be in this country, but it's still here. And government said our choice anyway. Ephraim Keba Man, Sokin is watching. Levi Gay is watching. Mike Gibi County. Felicia's Moba, it said from Oman. Oh, wow. He said, I'm watching from Oman. Thank you, Felicia's. Daniel PK Mamba, he said, I'm very informative program in my homeland. Thank you. Where are you watching from, Daniel? Please tell me. And Joseph Wake. Wakoli Sergeant, he said, I'm Sergeant, thanks for the program. God favored Indu Massacre. He said, I'm watching for Nisko in Hungary. Thank you for watching us. Thank you. Super Manduk Yogi. He said, Honorable Senator, Mr. President, the Liberian people need you most. Daniel PK Moba, he said, I'm watching from the USA. Okay, he said USA. Thank you. And Dave Godwin Cincy in Nima County. And let me say thanks to our folks, man. Felicia Moba said thanks for the show. Informative program. Thank you. Emmanuel Ross, I said I'm Johnny Town. Thank you. It's important, you know. And my main conversation today, I got a lot on my table, is this tip for tat. And you want to tell me how, because I don't want to make, I want to listen to the public about this protesting. We got about to the 9th, we got from the 17th, it's about 8 more days. Yeah, 8, okay. And it's important, but I will play the 2 video, the response coming from Moba Molu, the former chairman of the CDC, and now he's out. He's the chairman of STEM, Society Advocacy Group, conglomeration of society groupings have said they have to protest the government to show a lot, to tell them their own mind on this. The police too said we expected you to write the justice, but they said they did that ever since. The police have said they are welcome the protest, they are prepared, and even gave some caution, some words, some caution. Now the stand have taken those words of caution differently. They have their own interpretation of that. You're going to be telling me today what's your take on that matter. I'm going to ask you, but I will play the 2 videos you listen to that. I will play first, like I did earlier on, I played Moba Molu and the Inspector General, but now when I rather play this, I will play the Inspector General first, then Moba Molu. But let me tell you something today. I got a lot. And corruption, because of investigations, corruption is just seen in all the places I have entered the judiciary. And it is so much pathetic. Where I sit, I can tell you that it is saddening to hear that over 300 million in foreign aid spending, countries that gave their money to government, to institutions to support. These are donor projects. The LSCC has released this 36 donor project audit reports. This is spending over 300 million. Liberia. Corruption is a human being in this country. It's no longer a joke. It's no longer a joke. This is very serious. Imagine, and the worst part of this thing is why government entity, anti-graft institutions are unearthing investigative reporting from the past government. It is so much sad that people that were just appointed yesterday, they are started stealing. It is so sad. Oh no! And it still my system. It still me up. It made me so much disdain in my spirit. And from a glass set, I'm really ugly in me. Hearing that after all of the corruption reports I heard, the people that would say come and change the issues, they are the very ones corrupting the system. Oh Jesus Christ. Imagine the other report is coming from January 1 to December 31st. Imagine 2024, the 1st of January to the 31st of December 2024. These people in this government have started to start corrupting. Oh my people, it is so sad. It stirs me up. Imagine if you hear that this other report encompasses project executed through the LEC. And this is LEC. I'm asking the host to please call LEC. The 10 kilowatts LEC is taking, that's stealing. That complete stealing and corruption. You can take 10 kilowatts from Liberia every month. Every month, you spend more than $2.90 plus. For what reason? Then the most obsessed issue is that they say they build the system in a way that, if for example now, I'm J Nathaniel B, I'm an ambassador as a matter of fact, I go home and say, since I don't really bother with this current thing, let me recharge $150 my meter. And my current take me, for example, this July, on the 9th today, I recharge. It takes me to next year, April, for instance. The current now, for instance, current is so stable in recent time. Or it takes me for another December. Let me take it at December. Then, at the end of December, or approaching the end of December, I go to recharge further. Let me say, me post it, I put 150,
and I came in, let me pull 100. You know what I mean? I should pay 10 kilowatts for July, 10 kilowatts for August, 10 kilowatts for September, 10 kilowatts for October. I'm going to pay 10 to reach the December before I can recharge. If I don't do it, I won't recharge. That's complete nonsense. Why? It's almost like the GSM company. I put money in my phone. I put $50 in my phone. I use my money for 2-3 months or 2 months or so. Let me just say 1 week. Then I go to recharge. Then GSM tell me, say, no, you owe your stay. You got to pay service fee for one reason. The house needs to visit LEC and change that system. Because you're doing nothing for me. Why am I paying you 10 kilowatts every month? Then when they issue my meter, when you call them, you pay them. When they issue on the pole, you call them, you pay them. You think I'm going to be spending useless money? You say you want to help the people. Don't do that. The house, please call LEC. Number one, LEC, the audit report, LEC, Renewable Energy Agency, they call it RREA. They're there. I know we're gonna renewable thing. I think what they renewing? What? They say renewable, they've said they even new, or they are not even renewed. I don't know why they are renewing in this country. The Ministry of Public Works, corruption all over. The Ministry of Health, corruption. The Ministry of Agriculture, Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, LWSC, the Morelia City Corporation, MCC, NAFA, National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth and Sports, and other government institutions. Let me tell you something. The key project audited include the CLST. This is the interconnection project. The Liberia Energy Efficiency and Accessible Project. The Southeastern Corridor Road Asset Management Project. COVID-19 emergency response project. Smallholder agriculture, transformation agriculture, revitalizing project, the Star P, and the Liberia Women Empowerment Project. If we have all of these projects, why are we not seeing changes? If our partners giving us money, and all of these people here, they probably gave more than 300 million. Why are we seeing changes? This is very bad in this country. And the reason I'm hurt is that people are we were just appointed yesterday. They put their hands in the cookie jar. They put their hands in the cookie jar. What kind of country is that? Where were we there? And the big Gaston Jackson lived long in his team. Because it was not having somebody like him at an entity. We will rot in this country. We will die. Our children will be ignorant. No education, no health care, no housing facility. We will be living over the water like Jakarta. We will be living over the water. Because all of the help our people are giving us, the people will squander these resources for a reason. And government is time. It's time. It's time. If Liberian people will put $1 together, that will be a new service for the people that will build it, will pay the money. It's time to start hanging these people upside down. I don't know why the likes of Doe in his very youthful age when he became president started to put on the pool. Because when you hear these things, it gets so much disdain. Educated people, sound people, you put in position, all they do is to corrupt the system. You will hear one man will explain 2 million without document. Sound man. Wait, came on. I graduated with magna cum laude in the Liberia, the Macrocosi of Liberia. I graduated from Cottington. I graduated from what's that? So you only call the institution name to edify your corrupt deeds. So when you're picking your food, when you're small, so that attitude remain you're picking your parents' pocket. So the attitude remain so by the time you see money, the next thing about what's going in your pocket. Imagine this thing here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm frustrated again in this country. Then, while I'm telling you this, listen to this most frustrating news. The last time when I was asking and joined a call from Natl B, the United States representing the Rhode Island, who hailed from Denmark County, he raised several cogent points that unless Liberia review the concession agreement or the minimum development agreement between Liberia and ArcelorMittal, they should not extend the contract. Now they are going to the extent they are having concentrator. The president commissioned it. He told her that they will give her money, increase jobs, all the things. But not too long after saying those things, and the young folks in the market are saying, don't extend the contract. The lawmakers now, the Committee on Investment, investment concessions, lands, mines, energy, natural resources, environment, labor, they have now gotten to know that is more deeper than what they were thinking about. Imagine. The lawmakers called the people on the 1st of July. They said, long before, they said, come, we want to see some audit report, we want to see several analysis, and come and tell us that you're doing good business in the country here. You won't believe this thing here. You won't believe this thing. Are you aware that the document they presented to the committee, lawmakers announcing it lacked credibility? You know what it shows? It shows that in the function of our lawmakers, they are very useless in the function. Useless. They're not useful to the very people. Because if you are the lawmaker that have oversight as a responsibility, you just get to know that there are several lapses. There is no basic compliance structure in ArcelorMittal. There is no formal financial report. The report lacked credibility. And you know, because they like the money, and yesterday we get a report, reportedly, when ArcelorMittal apologizing to them, ArcelorMittal apologized to them, they gave them money. Yes. We get some reports, reportedly, they gave them money. ArcelorMittal apologized to them, and they accepted the apology. It is not free, and they allowed the process to go on. But then just to know that tension came out when they submitted the document. Imagine, hear this one. The Liberia equity, which should be at 30%. You won't believe this thing. The people took it from 30, they brought it to 15. Imagine that. The people take it from 30, they brought it to 15. The question is, who brought it to 15? The first question they asked ArcelorMittal during the hearing, they couldn't pass the first question. Why the shareholder reduced Liberia's share from 30 to 15 without legislative approvals? ArcelorMittal could not explain that they could not answer that question. Why? They failed to provide comprehensive report, financial report, and oh Jesus Christ, oh Jesus Christ, oh Jesus Christ. And those are the issues that a lot of people are asking about. A comprehensive list of the corporate social responsibility initiative ArcelorMittal has implemented, copy of the contract between ArcelorMittal, Liberia, and the University of Liberia, and the current company process. They could not present it. You see why we say our lawmakers are delinquent in our due diligence? You see why? You see why? Who authorized them to reduce the equity of Liberia? Why? From 30 to 50, who told them? Eh? Are these not enough reasons to terminate the contract with ArcelorMittal? Eh? Why you cut our equity stake into two? You see how we live in this country? If that the Nima can't take caucus to you tell us. If that the speaker told you, and I don't know who the speaker, rather the former speaker, I don't know. If that he told you to cut the stake, you tell us. But why do you do this? It's completely way out of order in any agreement that I gave you the right to terminate. Don't iron your code and you're leaving your hole. We'll look at the company that was. What essence of do this? What? So tell the person that 70-30? Like we did with Betex? 80-20? Why are we doing our resources like this? Why? 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 Who took? And let us tell us who did it. Amen. Let's start prosecuting people in this country. Why are we leading so leading like this? Imagine. Jesus Christ. I heard this thing, I never slept last night. Eh? Eh? Why are we doing investment like this? Investment must go hand in hand with accountability, respect for the Liberian law. The days of company hiding behind technical jargons and using reports issues is long gone and over. If we don't take our hand in this country, the people are going to use us. What's this? Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Then the lawmaker, there's where people are saying that they took money from ArcelorMittal. Reportedly. They call it people on the first. ArcelorMittal getting Koto. ArcelorMittal came on the 7th. Today when they on the 8th. The 8th, which was yesterday, they came on the 8th. Then they say ArcelorMittal have good document. They joined the section with the committee joined because there are a lot of deficiency into the process here. And they say ArcelorMittal should come out on the 15th. So in case ArcelorMittal treating the cobalt crab, come back on the 15th and they still report to them. What do they do? What would they do? I said to you earlier on, vampire has now turned to become a human being. It's a living being. Corruption has turned to become a living being in this country. It's moving from place to place. It's having all the tentacles all over this country. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. If our leaders don't take hard hand in this country here, this country will not develop. We will not develop. We will be the laughing stock on the African continent. The people will take our gold, our diamonds, our iron ores, our rubber, our timber, the things they carry on the country, build that country. Tomorrow when they finish, we'll start building it back or over. We'll start doing reforestation. Then I tell them, people say, oh, but we have forest here. They tell me, not having forest. And it's called desert land. Now we're not in the forest. Now you're the desert land now. Oh my people. I'll take a break here. I'm going to listen to, like I said, the meat of my conversation is this protest. I want you to listen, I don't want to say anything. I want you to see what's in this process here. I want you to listen to the two actors in the thing. I mean, those who have made comments. From the Inspector General Gregory Okoma to the chairman on this whole protest thing. When you listen to him, the both of them, you make an analysis. Please. I want somebody to say, the ambassador said this, he said that about the protest. It's very key and candid, but I want you to listen
with comprehension. Because after that, I will make further comments. Listen, let me say welcome, Masiama Memorial Provision Shop. Yeah, we're watching now. Opposite the petrol trade, Town. Thank you. He said, thanks for the information. Prince Cooper in Zubac Town. Thank you, Prince. Thank you for joining us today. And Caviar K. Sharif ELW. Thank you. And Noah Lepolu just joined us. Say good afternoon, Pastor Vi, and a good list. Let me say, and good afternoon to the many listeners following the program. I'm D. Noah Lepolu, following from your Vow Radio from Johnsonville Flower Garden, Johnsonville, yeah, Johnsonville. Thank you, Kafia Sharif, Adolfo Sonkadi, and say I'm watching you live from Old Road. Robert Bendak Jr., Central Monrovia, South Beach, yeah. Coming face up the group for some people. We want this time by the time we let the allegation on you, we want you to run away. We'll take you there, you be there, in your short tractor. Get down the floor. The other people be doing it. Maybe by the time you stay somewhere, one day you'll confess, hey, I come here, I get the money, I'll pay. I took the money in the Swiss bank, I took the money in the Nigerian bank, for example. Now I'm not saying it's true. I took the money in the Russian bank, I took it to the World Bank, I took it. So your please gave me a chance, I'm going to go for it. You become because these are the conditions they don't like. Alija So Sano said, Greg Mount County, thank you for joining us today. Patrick Mbalawo is watching Painesville, thanks. And Lloyd Godwin Power just joined me from Tupu Road. Emmanuel Kellerman is here, always watching Emmanuel. Thank you, Emmanuel. Khalifa Keita Aliu Sharif is watching. Thank you. And let's take a listen. I want you to listen to this. And I would allow you to make a comment about this protesting. Listen to the comments back and forth and see exactly where it's going to take us. Because if we're having this action now, where it's going to take us. You'll first listen to, if you're watching me live on YouTube or Facebook, you just first listen to the Inspector General Coleman, listen to him, and keenly analyze or comprehend what he's saying. Then from there, you listen to Mobile Molu. You listen to Mobile Molu and see what we're walking in. Because this starts from the kind of comments or the kind of statements are being made by our leaders, and see what we're walking in. I want you to please take a time and listen to this, please.
The dignity of the person. As we draw closer to July 17th protest date, today makes it 10 days from that date. We have asked planners to engage with the Ministry of Justice to get a permit and inform law enforcement as to routes they intend to take so that we can provide the adequate protection. Up to today, we haven't seen any such engagement. However, we want to reaffirm our commitment to the democratic process that will provide the adequate protection necessary and will do whatever we can to ease the burden of those who will not be a part of the protest and will have to get to town. So as soon as we understand how and where they intend to gather, we'll continue to communicate with the public. We're asking everybody to keep tuned to our social media pages, to other radios and stuff, and we will be able to communicate adequately. But I would like to encourage each and everyone to go about their normal basis. Protest in this country has become a routine issue. So it's not something that say, oh, we're going to ask you to stay home and stuff like that. School remains open. Children can move back and forth and go to school freely. And people can go to work and everyone can continue their normal business. Like I said, there could be some disruption in the traffic, but we try to minimize the inconveniences through whatever means possible. To the planners, we are your police. Those who intend to exercise those rights. Constitutionally, it is your right under by virtue of the Constitution, and it is my hope that those rights remain within the confines of the law. We will be there to protect, we'll be there to guide, and we'll be there to maintain law and order. In the event where it goes violent, we will restore order immediately within the confines of the law. I want to admonish the general public that the Liberia National Police is the guardian, not a warrior, and we will do everything within our power to protect the Liberian people. Those who are planning the protest, it is my hope that you have spoken to those who are going to be involved and ask them to remain peaceful and do not vandalize people's property, because anything that goes wrong, you, the planners, will be held responsible. I just hope you understand the responsibility that comes along with it, and make sure that you're able to guide the process properly. Last but not the least, there will always be people who have got nefarious intent, even in the best of plannings. So to those of you who have got your illegal weapons at home and planning to bring it to the protest, who remains open, children can willing to bring it to the protest, please leave it alone. Please. Don't break it. Thank you, through whatever means possible. To the planners, we are your police. Those who intend to exercise those rights, constitutionally, it is your right under the by virtue of the Constitution, and it is my hope that those rights remain within the confines of the law. We will be there to protect, we'll be there to guide, and we'll be there to maintain law and order. In the event where it goes violent, we will restore order immediately within the confines of the law. I want to admonish the general public that the Liberia National Police is the guardian, not a warrior, and we will do everything within our power to protect the Liberian people. Those who are planning the protest, it is my hope that you have spoken to those who are going to be involved and ask them to remain peaceful and do not vandalize people's property.
Stands official response to Gregory Coleman's lies, deception, and threats of violence against peaceful protesters. We the people warn, police threats won't derail peaceful protest. Calls Gregory Coleman's statements reckless, misleading, and unconstitutional. Liberia's foremost civil society movement, STAND, or Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, categorically condemns the dangerous and misleading statements made by Inspector General Gregory Coleman. His unfounded warnings, issued under the pretense of security, represent a thin-veiled attempt to disrupt the constitutionally allowed or protected Enough is Enough protest scheduled to be held on July 17, 2025. By falsely claiming that protest organizers did not inform the Minister of Justice and insinuating that participants may be armed, Inspector General Coleman has resorted to a dangerous misinformation campaign. These fabrications are clearly designed to incite fear, to delegitimize a peaceful protest, and justify potential violent crackdown against peaceful civilians. In the face of Gregory Coleman's deceitful fabrications, it is astonishing that the Inspector General will pretend ignorance of the fact that on July 4th, 2025, we formally served notice to the Minister of Justice for lies, deception, and threats of violence against peaceful protesters. We the people warn, police threats won't derail peaceful protest. Calls Gregory Coleman's statement.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Love is all we need to make it see. This is the time to come together. Keep Liberia safe forever. So open up your heart and let the unity begin. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's cultivate one another. Learn to live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have no peace of mind. Unify and have a peaceful. Love is all we need to make a stand. Unify and have a peaceful home. Change is all we need to make a stand. Let's unify and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is my home, and let us keep it standing. Is the one and only home we have. Say sweet Liberia, this land of liberty is my home. Keep it standing. This is the one and only, the one and only, the one and only. Love is all we need to make a stand. Live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have no peace of mind. Unify and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Keep it standing. This is the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, this land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Oh, sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make a stand. Unify and have a peaceful home. Change is all we need to make a stand. Let's unify and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is my home, and let us keep it standing. Is the one and only home that we have. Say sweet Liberia, this land of liberty is my home. Keep it standing. This is the one and only, the one and only, the one and only. Love is all we need to make a stand. I and have a peaceful home. Change is all.
Stands official response to Gregory Coleman's lies, deception, and threats of violence against peaceful protesters. We the people warn, police threats won't derail peaceful protest. Calls Gregory Coleman's statements reckless, misleading, and unconstitutional. Liberia's foremost civil society movement, STAND, or Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, categorically condemns the dangerous and misleading statements made by Inspector General Gregory Coleman. His unfounded warnings, issued under the pretense of security, represent a thin-veiled attempt to disrupt the constitutionally allowed or protected Enough is Enough protest scheduled to be held on July 17, 2025. By falsely claiming that protest organizers did not inform the Minister of Justice and insinuating that participants may be armed, Inspector General Coleman has resorted to dangerous misinformation campaign. These fabrications are clearly designed to incite fear, to delegitimize a peaceful protest, and justify potential violent crackdown against peaceful civilians. In the face of Gregory Coleman's deceitful fabrications, it is astonishing that the Inspector General will pretend ignorance of the fact that on July 4th, 2025, we formally served notice to the Minister of Justice, fully in compliance with Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution. This notification was also circulated widely to national media outlets to guarantee full transparency in our commitment to at all times respect the rule of law. Coleman's claim to the contrary is a brazen lie, an obvious and desperate attempt to discredit and undermine a legitimate and lawful civil resistance. These debunked falsehoods expose that Inspector General Coleman no longer serves the interests of the Liberian people. Instead, he has chosen to act as a political hitman with dangerous false narratives and threatening violence against peaceful, law-abiding citizens. This conduct is utterly unacceptable and demands unequivocal condemnation. Coleman's weapons at protest claims: no proof, no justification, just plain state-sponsored propaganda and scare tactics. Inspector General Coleman's wild suggestion that protesters may be packing illegal weapons isn't just baseless and laughable, it's downright defamatory. STAND and its allies have zero history of violence, and no credible security source backs up this Gregory Coleman's nonsense. These fear-driven and reprehensible remarks bear all the hallmarks of state propaganda, a calculated attempt to manufacture a pretext for deploying force against peaceful citizens. STAND views this with grave concern. It raises the alarming possibility of a deliberate setup in which regime operatives or hired agents will infiltrate the protests, plant weapons, and engineer chaos to justify a violent and unlawful police response. To our international partners and democratic allies, we raise this alert with utmost seriousness. The threat of violence against peaceful protesters is neither imagined nor exaggerated. It is credible, deliberate, and appears to be orchestrated by elements within the state, known as demonstrated by Mr. Coleman's assertions led by the police. A stern warning to the Liberian National Police and the Inspector General, Gregory Coleman. If any government official, security operative, or political agent attempts to infiltrate the protests, plant evidence, or manufacture a scenario to justify state-sponsored violence, STAND and its nationwide network of citizens reserve the constitutional right to initiate a lawful citizen's arrest. This includes any individual, regardless of rank or title, who engages in criminal acts against peaceful protesters. Not even Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman will be spared if he crosses the line. Power resides with the people, or power is inherent, and we will sustainably protest and resist oppression and resist the abuses being orchestrated against ordinary Liberian citizens. We protest because we must, to save our democracy, to save our dignity.
Surely that the 17th of July demonstration will be peaceful and refute police RG Gregory Coleman about no protest notification, and refuse that, and that if any individual with this claim that I allege of infiltrating the protest ground, sabotaging or other sabotage, or any execution of unlawful activity that will go on there, anybody want to do that, there will be a lawful citizen arrest. So they say, if anybody, regardless of their rank, who will be engaged in illegal acts against the peaceful demonstrators, regardless of your rank, they will arrest you. And Inspector General Gregory Okoma is not exempted from that. But you listen to the both of them. You listen, and if you listen to this, two very strong comments coming. What I mean is that from the police, very strong comments that talk about those who have arms, illegal arms, penetrating, purporting to do something. That will repel the protection of the state matters and all that. Stand outside saying anybody who will use any means saying it is an issue that they will be the one to get in the crowd playing something different, and then anybody got those statements are inflammatory statement, and now instead of police RG coming as a peaceful man, he's disguising as a security concern, but he's saying nothing but the attempt to criminalize the peaceful dissent and stoking fear, justifying potential state-sponsored violence against law-abiding citizens. So it's anybody, whether Gregory Coleman, the citizens will conduct SSC arrest, they reserve that, but they will take it on, and he is not even exempted. You listen to the comments there and all that. Even they noticed that they were to send, the police actually said they are not, but they said they did it already, long time. You will say yours and listen after listening to this. But I'll go to the line to talk to you. What's your take this afternoon? Because when these comments are coming, there where problem starts from. If we don't handle it now, yeah, let me talk to you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome.
This is Nancy Jack from Painesville.
Yeah, go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah, I'm listening to the both parties. On the law, that's the constitutional right of the Inspector General to come out to stop the public from having fear, because most people hear about protests, people will have fear. He's not wrong. But the surprising one in the whole thing is that someone say, oh, you are welcome to come out to do your protest, but have permits. And when you come out, make sure that you don't have people who, because we do protest, people from the other side will join. Criminals will always use that means to cause harm to the country. So his right as a police inspector general, his right his duty is to enforce law, to save life and property. So he's not wrong for coming up to send that warning to who be criminals who want to join the group. But for you now, who say you coming, your hands are clean, you coming to do things, then you send him. For me now, if they right now what the government need to do is security people now, from that statement that man has made now, they don't even ban that entire protest. From the statement he has made now, because they got different things on their sleeves. So it's only caution you. You remember what?
Yeah, because on the other side, the other man saying that you say this because maybe you don't plan it. The other man say, so why if the other man to plan it and say no? I mean, the other man who talking like what happened today with the noise at his Capitol building, fire got to the Capitol building. We can't get anything settled down on counter accusation and all that going on. Thank you for your point, man. Let me talk to another caller. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm the user for my blog, and I check the page here. So, I'm listening to the both parties. But I think Governor Kumar is, shouldn't be taken lightly. That more than make sure that former white down over there, they should solely on it. And I mean, how they tell this to people.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that was the other good change. Okay, thank you. Because we were here, we saw it's not coming having we tell protest. When you go low, one of the body guy had gone with him and they got out and they said gun. Mrs. Scully, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Yeah.
After killing all the thoughts and sitting and what country money. Sitting simply any what you will turn around to the second word I will serve in our George Court.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I mistakenly cut you off. Sorry for that. I hope that you can call back Mr. Scully. I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, okay. And I'm hearing they say one Tom Johnson, this is returned from Ghana, is dead. I don't know, but I hope that we get information about it. Reported issues. Good afternoon. Yeah.
Okay, I listen to the both party anyway. I listen to Gregory, and I listen to Stem and O'Hare. What about them model? You see, the issue of Greg is a real national church in the country. We saw what happened to King George. It was the same thing that they did to those children and they killed those people and what came from all of it. Later, they started to argue them on and said, who that do that, at the end, he compensated them. That children we saw that they compensated after they had said, oh, there was no life in Father one person that. So a great Peter that grew up for him and Joe Walker, that they would start people from protesting, from exercise our constitutional right in line. Because we not get no intention to bring war. We not get no intention to kill in our protest on our protest day. But if Reverend Peter, he can put people, as he usually do, and plan people will go in the midst of us, he will get it wrong.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Tommy, you can't give my phone change. You give my phone out the battery said gone.
You know, we are not afraid of protest from our models there. And believing the two of them, I don't know who making sense. According to him, Google is not making sense. According to him. But I know who making sense. Because the police have the authority to even guard himself as a protector. I mean, to go protest. Police have the right to even guard.
No, but the post say.
So, those that will not be going there, police also have right.
No, the post say, even anything that happened, even that girl come on, will arrest girl come on. I don't know if they're arresting, where they were carrying, I don't know.
No matter what kind of title you have, maybe he didn't even want to call the president name. What he said, he doesn't care the title. So, I mean, they are prepared to disturb the.
Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Don't hold the line. Good afternoon. Okay, don't hold the line. A lot of folks want to come in. Good afternoon. Just go on that sound, man. You hold the line. Hold it. Just waiting for you. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, this is Cover SVE calling from Soul Clinic. Okay, Lloyd, I just want to listen to the book, and I want us to look at it clearly. Liberia belongs to Liberians. If Mobile who has just left power feel that that's the way forward, let him go bring it. Father and mother and children to be part of that group. I'm going to ask the young people that they always use us as a shield to propagate their evil views to place just remain home, or if you are going to that place, ask Mobile to bring his children to be part of the protest. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead, my man. Why are you doing the line?
Thank you. Mr. Van, I think the Constitution is clear, but the manner and form in which we turn to make things look like this country is a problem. The police, RG, is clothed with the responsibility to protect life and property. So he come out to make a statement, then somebody wants to see it differently. It's quite unfortunate on his part. and Mr. Molu has no moral when it comes to staging protests in this country regarding issues that they mentioned.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. Go ahead. City.
Yeah. Thank you for the exclusive recognition. This is Blackman City Call. I call you from Painesville.
Why didn't you put phone gentle rest?
Issue or not, when people are in power and they fail to hold it, when they are out, they feel they are dead there. And Mokba Mulu spoke just like that. And let us see who got power into their hand or who is the proper authority.
Okay. Okay. Let me take up to the last call. Good afternoon.
Not good afternoon. And let me say good afternoon to the listening audience. So this is the boss of Sassi. They have different protestation. I don't know when protestation become back in the country. Protest is the whole constitutional right. They should be peaceful. And just appointed in the police RG and just show that it's very irresponsible.
So why did the police RG say that disappointed? Did he say they stopping the protest? But then why you say disappointed that protest become a private? You guys see your comprehension issue. You don't comprehend. You get my tomorrow hard time. You guys see your comprehension issue. You don't comprehend. I think I made the different point. The man said the other part that protest will protect them. They say, man, when protest is a problem, did he say he's stopping the protest? You guys see my comprehension problem. Let me say thanks to all of you, man. We're gonna go. So you're suffering the country here. Until tomorrow, let's talk to you. Good afternoon.
In our future, enough for civilians. In the face of Gregory Coleman's deceitful fabrications, it is astonishing that the Inspector General will pretend ignorance of the fact that on July 4th, 2025, we formally served notice to the Minister of Justice, fully in compliance with Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution. This notification was also circulated widely to national media outlets.
Anything that could be some disruption in the traffic, but we try to minimize the inconveniences through whatever means possible. To the planners, we are your police. Those who intend to exercise those rights constitutionally, it is your right under the by virtue of the Constitution.
Togetherness, we won't have a big. Love is all we need to make it see. This is the time to come together. Keep Liberia safe forever. So open up your heart. Let the unity begin. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's cultivate one another. Learn to live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have no peace of mind.